Hey guys, welcome back to Chloe's Cooking Corner. Today we'll be traveling to Italy while we make pizza in a pizza oven. Here are some facts about pizza. Did you know that Italy invented pizza? And the first pizza just had honey and raisins on it. The most common cheese for pizza is mozzarella. And there are 7 pizza holidays in a year. Today, my uncle Seth will be teaching us how to make pizza in a pizza oven. Here's a little bit about Italy. Italy shares a border with France, Switzerland, Austria, and Slovenia. The climate varies, but it's mostly cool and rainy in the winters and hot and dry in the summers. The landforms are mostly rugged, and some of the major landforms include Sicily Islands and Sardinia Islands, plus a lot more. Italy is surrounded by water, so a lot of their food is seafood. Some of the most common foods are grapes, wine, cereal, citrus fruits, olive oil, and rice. 60.36 million people live in Italy. Some of their common jobs are teaching, tourism, sales, and management. And 86% of Italy drives a car, and there are 1,400 flights in a day in Italy. So next, my uncle will be teaching us how to make pizza in a pizza oven. Okay, so I'm at my uncle's house. This is my Uncle Seth.
Hello.
So right now we're just measuring out the grams of flour. So he's going to talk about this special kind of flour.
High protein flour. So normal flour, like regular all-purpose flour, is like 8 or 9% protein content. This is 15. So that's really high, and that makes it chewy and delicious. Okay, so we just measured that out here, and we're gonna do the other dry ingredients now. So salt, we need 24 grams.
Okay.
Okay, salt in, and then we need to do yeast. And we're doing 6 crusts, right? So let's do 6 grams of yeast. Boom. Okay. So remember, this is for the Napolitano pizza. So this isn't going to be sourdough. This is going to be with regular yeast, the way the Italians do it. But we'll also make a sourdough one, then we can compare the two and see how they're different, okay? So for the yeast, we actually are going to mix that with water and oil, okay? And the oil, or the water, we got to measure out by weight as well. And we need 600 grams of water, okay? And it's going to be lukewarm. So let me you can tell me one take. Okay, so we're going to mix up the sourdough crust now, right? Sourdough is interesting. So instead of using yeast, we talked about using starter, didn't we? Okay. So this is starter. Give that a smell. See, it's kind of sour. It smells kind of like bread. So this is the natural yeast that comes from the air. This particular starter has a pretty amazing story. You know who started this?
Who?
The pioneers who came to Oregon in the 1850s and 40s. It's literally from the same starter that they started. There's a group in Ohio who has preserved the starter, and you can send a self-addressed envelope to them, and they'll send you back some starter, and that's what this is from.
That's crazy.
So it's been going on for over 200 years.
Wow.
The starter. And so what this is, remember we talked about the way that the pioneers and frontiers people, how they make bread is they had to catch yeast out of the air because you couldn't go and buy this kind of yeast from the store. So all of the bread used to be sourdough. That's all there was. And they would rub some flour on a towel and hang it up like on their clothesline for a couple days. And then when they were done, they'd take it and they'd shake it out in a bowl, mix it up with some more flour and a little water. And if they had caught natural yeast in the air, it would start to do this, which is get bubbly and grow. So when I mixed this up yesterday, there's only about this much in it.
Wow.
This morning it was all the way up to here, and then it's come down just a little bit. So we're looking for 450.
Can I see what it looks like?
Keep going. You'll need a little more than that. Go ahead. Keep going. Come on. Pour it in there. Oh yeah. Keep going.
Oh,
Keep going.
50.
Yeah, 450. Okay, that's good. There you go. That's all right. We're close enough.
Wait, can I see it?
Okay.
I want to see it.
So then we're also going to mix the salt into this water. And in this case, 10 grams of salt. Okay? And we use kosher salt for this. and then put in the liquid. And this
actually
where it
smells
gets-
like dough.
So we had it in the mixer to really beat it up, and you tell them what it feels like.
It almost feels like Play-Doh.
Yeah, a little bit, but see how it's getting more elasticy
Yeah.
now? So it started to rest, and we're gonna
Oh,
just
yeah.
we're just gonna give it just a couple little kneads like this, okay?
Okay.
Just to consolidate it a little bit, okay? And then this was meant for how many crusts?
6.
6 crusts. So I like to get
Wow,
it in a
it's
little
not
bit of a
very
thing like this, and we're gonna get 6 even size balls of dough.
Okay.
Here's a bread knife.
Okay.
Okay, so down the middle,
Okay.
just get 6 even sizes, more or less. Okay. We're starting to create a little bit of a ball.
That's like what you do
Okay.
with slime.
There's definitely an outside, like a top and a bottom to the ball, okay? So see how we've started wrapping the dough onto itself? And we're gonna create a really nice smooth ball that's got tension all the way around it. And we're gonna keep tucking it underneath. So once we've
Okay.
made a little ball like that, we've tucked it together. We're gonna use, see, we're not putting any flour on the surface because we're gonna use the stickiness of the surface in the dough. See how I'm pushing it like this to kind of catch it a little bit, and we're gonna start forming a little bit more of a ball.
Okay.
So I'm putting tension on the top of the ball and stretching it, but I'm not folding it over. So I'm continually putting dough under and stretching out that top. And this is actually, we're forming the crust right now, and this is gonna be a top and a bottom to the actual pizza. We're gonna
Okay.
make it, okay? Sometimes do is I'll take my finger and go like this, and we're gonna start forming the crust just around the edge of it, like this. See? So we got the form of the crust, and then we'll start stretching it again. This one's gonna get a little bigger than the last one. But the dough is, feel the temperature of the dough. It's still a little bit cool. We actually want to bring it up to room temperature. So I pulled it out a little while ago. The sourdough I pulled out earlier. This one would be okay.
Carolyn, if you remember, the Baseball Point had that after we did the river.
Okay, so when we're putting on the sauce on these, what we don't want to do is get any sauce or toppings on the peel, which is this wood here, because it's going to make it from these pizzas sliding off easily into the oven, and that's a big problem if they don't slide off easily. So we kind of be careful about how we put this on. Okay, just go like that. We should make two different, like maybe 2 pepperonis or something like that,
Okay.
and we can compare the crusts. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Do you like pepperoni?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do a bunch of different kinds.
Basil cheese board.
Yeah, we'll do that one next. Okay.
Oops. That was a white
Okay. This dough is.
Ooh,
Isn't
yeah.
that crazy?
Wow, that's crazy.
Super airy. So this is the sourdough one. We're just gonna kind of coax it out of here.
Sometimes I get really itchy when I play with it.
All right, there. So then we're gonna turn it over. See how light? Just feel this. It's like the craziest airy dough.
Whoa, yeah, it's like it doesn't feel like anything.
No, it doesn't, right? Okay, so what we don't want to do is roll this out. What we're going to use is the weight of the oven itself to stretch it out. That's how we're going to make the full pizza. And the reason that is because of all these air bubbles that have formed in there. And we don't want to crush those air bubbles. We want those things to, look at, see all the air in
Yeah.
here? I just stretched it out and there's just bubbles all over the place. So we're just going to stretch it out. I'm just going to use the weight of the dough to stretch it out on itself.
Okay.
And we're going to get it quite thin. See how thin this is? We can see through it?
Yeah.
Like that, right? And then if there's any heavier, thicker parts, we'll pull it out. What we don't want to do is tear it. And what you'll notice is this is we can compare the Naples style dough and the sourdough. Look at those air bubbles.
Yeah.
This is a lot stretchier and it's going to shrink. So when we go to put it in the oven, we'll give it a little pull like this to stretch it out. The other dough won't act quite that way. Okay? So these are going to be a little bit smaller. 4 different kinds of Italian cheeses actually. Gives a good flavor. Like that. Okay? You don't need a ton on these. And if I drop cheese on the peel, you can kind of just pick it up and move it around. Okay. Good, like that. And then, here, you want to pepperoni that one?
How much should I do?
Whatever you want. You'll find that with the European pizzas, normally they don't load them up like ours are sometimes. It's more about just getting a little bit of the flavor.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. Want to throw a few more on, or are you good?
I go.
Okay. Let's throw that in there. And then we'll take this out.
Pepperonis.
See how it's still sliding? Good. Okay, let's take it out. We're going to go put it in. Very hot.
Okay,
So we're just going to put this
how
right
hot
in.
is it?
It's probably, it's a little under 1,000 degrees in there right
Wow.
now.
So
You
cook
ready?
in 45 seconds.
Ish.
It's already bubbling.
It's so hot, you see the cornmeal just vaporize?
Yeah. It's already like cooking. Cooks in 42 seconds. A little.
Okay, so then after it gets going a little bit, we gotta turn it so it doesn't cook too much on one side versus the other.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
That's the vegetable.
Tell us a little bit about your oven here too.
I made everything, so this is, it's a brick dome basically that's insulated, and I've been firing it for a couple hours with wood, and it allows the oven to suck up all the heat from the fire, and it's that stored heat in what they call thermal mass, or the mass of the oven, is what makes it such a unique way to cook.